Hello world, let's take a look at my Commodore Plus 4. This is a little unit that I picked up while I was out at VCF East. Not only did it come with a Plus 4, it came with its manual, I got the box, power supply, the RF connector for going to a television, listed as tested and working, and I believe nonetheless. But we're going to find that out and test a few peripherals with it, and let's see how our unit's working. Let's dig in. First things first, we got to get some power going, and we got to get a monitor going. Let's take a look at our unit down here. All right, I think we got a little bit of everything running at once. We got a little monitor view, a little top down, a little me. Let's get some power. And if you're watching this and thinking, oh, hey, just use the power supply it came with. Oh, hey, don't do that. You do not want to use those really old power supplies. There's lots of aftermarkets that are out there, and definitely recommend looking up for one of those. I mentioned I went to VCF East. There's one in the Southwest, there's one in the West, there's one that's Central. So if you do get a unit like this, look for that Discord group, look for that Facebook group, look for a retro group, a Commodore group, whatever group online that you like, and just ask them about using the power supply versus a new one, and you'll learn all about how that's a terrible idea. Oh, I think somebody is mowing right outside. Let's see if that lasts longer than a second or two. Hopefully it does, and hopefully the mic's not grabbing that, but it probably is. Let's hit our video out. So that's what we got. We have a power, it's a little square connector. So I have a converter for my Commodore 64. We've got a serial connection, a cassette, user port, cartridge. We got joysticks. Of course, some of these are different than what was on the 64. I think which ultimately just led to, the demise. There was so much available for the 64, even the programming would not run. But this little form factor was beautiful. I love it a lot. Look at the on off right over here, little reset button. Instead of having to always turn it off, you could just reset it. Beautiful keyboard layout. Love the cursor keys. That's pretty neat. Instead of having to hold buttons and do cursor keys at the same time, or two keys doing 4 functions. But enough talk. Let's turn things on. All right, as usual, this was listed, tested, and working. It's tested and working. They wouldn't be selling it if it wasn't tested and working. Or they would have put on it not working and tried to give an idea. I have no doubt in my mind that is exactly what they would have done. This group, this retro computing group people, they just try and be really honest. They're always really straightforward. Everybody, I've been very comfortable. Any of the deals I've made or any support, everyone's just there to make sure you have fun and have a good time. All right, so just wanted to do a quick test, and everything's looking good there. Let's do a quick keyboard test. You tell me whether I'm missing any keys. Oh, I can tell you what, my screen's looking pretty bad. I think I need to take a look at my, there we go. That's a little better. All right, QWERTY. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I tell you, I think we got a home run here. I don't think we have any problems with this unit. No, we don't. So this is not going to turn into a tear down and repair. Well, I say that. Let's turn this off and let's plug in the cassette player. So I got the data set that goes with this unit. And did I say that right? Yeah, data set that goes with this unit. So let's kind of get that plugged in. We got that and tape. So we're going to go to the cassette port. Let's see what it thinks of that. Come on. Get in there, buddy. Come on. It's just my own big fingers causing problems. Oh, gotta line you up. Don't break it. There we go. And let's open that up. Let's grab a couple cassettes. One we'll test playing a game. This is G-Man. And let's turn this on. All right. Let's make sure we're round all the way. G-Man by Cave Masters for the Commodore 16 and Plus 4. That's another one I need to add to Commodore 16. So if you see this and have a Commodore 16, let me know. All right, so we rewound. Now let's just do a load. I'm going to have to press play, and we're going to take our time. This is one of those moments that is beautiful about retro computing that, you just don't click a button and everything starts working. Sometimes you got to, load a game and let that go. I know the other day I was showing my daughter, about retro computing. We loaded something up and it was like, is this how long it always takes? And it's like, yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, it looks like my poor TV's losing its grip on reality. I think that needs to be another project for another day. Let's see if I can at least get through this testing with the +4 before this monitor really just wants to give up completely. Again, we always got a lot of screen flashes. We got a lot of loading on the side. I'll probably do some forwarding through this section, so you're probably looking at me, talk to the camera, and I'll be like, chop, 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 making it happen. But again, they give you lots of information on the side of the screen just to kind of keep you informed, that something really was happening at that time. Let's see what we got. Almost done. I don't know if it's picking up that long, or I hope not. All right, G-Man has loaded. Looks like it's press space to start. I better check the instructions on how to play. It is pretty simple. All right, we are going to use, where are my instructions? There we go. We're going to use Commodore key to slow down, space to accelerate, Commodore to slow, shift to accelerate, space to thrust. Let's see what that all equates to in the game. So I'm going to kind of go dink, dink, dink. All right, there's my guy. Oh, we got some volume too. That's always a good sign. Oh, there's a thing coming at me. Let's accelerate. Yeah, I think we can say you can load a game from the cassette port just fine. Boop. There we go. All right, let's turn you off. Let's turn you back on. And of course, I made the biggest mistake everybody makes. I forgot to rewind my tape earlier. Because to reload that program, tape has to be rewound to the back to the front. We'll let that just run for a second. All right. Now, let's put in a blank tape. Being tested and working, I knew everything was going to be fine from the seller's point of view. But from my point of view, I had to get this from Wall, New Jersey. I went up there to visit a friend for VCF East. And when we were there, I picked this up. So I then had to get it mailed to me from Pennsylvania to Texas. Well, we went to New Jersey, but he's in Pennsylvania. So when we got back to his place, we got everything packed up and we got it in the mail. He dropped it off for me. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. If you want to hear about VCF East, I'll link our podcast we did about that, and you can give a listen. Otherwise, I would say if you really want a super entertaining view of what happened at VCF East, go to YouTube, just type in VCF East 2023. You're going to see tons of information. Not only did they have a lot of stuff online, there's a lot of stuff, people made, a lot of content people made for being out there. All right, so I'm making a simple program. Again, works great. Just a couple lines, just wanted to make sure I got something. Now I'm just going to put save and press enter. Plus play and record on the tape. Am I all the way back? Yep. Play and record. So now we're going to write this program to tape. And in the old days, there's a little counter right here. Let me move this, maybe get you to see. There's a little counter running. And it's right now on 4. See it right there? If we were writing multiple things to a tape, we would have to kind of use this back portion and kind of note the start seconds on the back, because this first program is within, looks like 10 seconds, kind of in that spot. And if you had multiple, you had to know where to get on the tape counter, so you could then hit play whenever it said to load. Let's find out if this wrote properly. So I'm going to stop, go rewind, stop. Now I'm going to turn this off. I couldn't hit the reset button. See, that reset button is really nice. Let's just make sure there's nothing there. Of course there's nothing there. Now let's just tell it to load, and let's see what we got. Now this time there's not a bunch of fancy things going on while it loads. It's just sitting in this pause state. By the way, I think that TV flicker is on my side. All right, so now we're going to wrap up. Let's wait till I get a prompt again. And then we're gonna, there we go, almost. Yeah, the speed of this is just amazing, isn't it? Dun, dun, dun. I'm probably forwarding this at the same time. All right, we're back to a prompt. Let's do a list. Everything's there. Do a run. Boop, it's gonna work. Run stop. All right. Cassette port. Check. Looking good. All right, so let's stop this, eject this. Now let's take a look at the disk drive. Da-da-da. Cassette port, you're out of here. That's a little tight. I'm gonna take a look at that. I need some cables. Let's see what we got. Is this gonna work? I think this is gonna work. Let's, do I have an extra power here on the bench? Yes, I do. All right, that's great. Let's give some power to the disk drive. And now let's plug in a cable so I can plug it over to the +4. Let's get that situated right here. Again, did I get that in pretty good? Wow, am I pushing too hard? I feel a little weird like that. No, just a nice tight connection, which is actually very nice. If that was all loosey-goosey and wibbly-wobbly, that could not be fun. All right, now let's turn this on again. And I have a disk in here. So let's go ahead and see how it works with this unit. We're just going to do a quick format. You know, it's kind of weird after so many years on new keyboards. There's times you mess up where you're typing because, oh no, I need to look, I was talking too much. Let's double check what we got. Open one. Ooh, I got a little wave too. 815, end test 01, close one. Oh, syntax error. Well, I didn't even like that. Oh, look at those cursor keys. They come in so handy. I forgot a 15 comma. Those cursor keys are nice. Oh, I thought I did insert. What just happened? Oh, I'm hitting delete. You know why? Because I got to hit the Commodore key. And that's just me being a hot mess express. All right, now let's give it a shot. Oh, device not present. Why aren't you present, device? Oh, I got to turn you on. God. All right, cursor keys. Go back to the top. All right, let's reset. I'm used to having this on before I turn on any other devices. I'm just going to double check. Just going over my syntax, hopefully not messing all this up. Oh, there we go. I hear some noise. All right, let's load in our contents of directory there. This is great. Nothing's there. Excellent. Let me reset real fast. Oh, I guess I could have tried one of the function keys. Oh, that one would have cleared the screen. Let's make sure nothing is in memory. Man, these keys feel great. Now, I do not have, why did I put a comma in? I do not have any +4 information or games on disk. So I kind of just got to do the old hello world test. Great. Let's run stop. Awesome. Let's go save. Hello world, comma 8. Oh, it sounds good. Everything is just going just like it should. All right, so let's reset again. I'm going to now load up the contents. And let's see what we get. Let's do a listing of what's on that disk. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is a beauty. This is a beauty. You know, I think this thing, if they would have just had the memory work the same as the 64, I guess they couldn't do that. I don't know all the specifics, but this little box feels great. And I'm telling you, I think it could have had a lot more legs if there would have been more compatibility between the two. Because, you know, people invested all their money in a bunch of software and disk copiers and drives and all that kind of stuff. And then you bring them something new and they got to make a change, and that's just not fun. Okay, well, here I go. I got my disk in there. Now, one of the big +4 things was the built-in programming. So we're going to take a little exploration on that. I got a couple notes right here just to make sure I'm doing things right. First, we're going to press F1. Brings up the ability for us to load in the built-in software. There it goes. That's kind of neat that they did that. I really think that was kind of neat. And I can go, hi world. This is Rich. How did I do typing? Yeah, I did okay. Oh yeah, it's kind of nice. Got some caps there too. Look at that. Very nice. Okay, so let's say I wanted to save this. I'm going to use Command C to bring up this little prompt down at the bottom. See that little W down there? And I'm going to go Save File, which is an SF. All right, and I'm going to go Test 1. Oh, hard drive's going. I mean, disk drive's going. No, there's no hard drive. You just boot this up and away you go. All right, so we're good. Now I'm just going to go ahead and reset my world. By the way, if I do this one, is that the clear screen? No, that moved me to the top. Okay, F2 was the clear screen. That's just really neat. I like these keys too. They work really well. I'm kind of fanboying on this +4. I'm kind of going to have to look into, can I make this work as a Commodore 64, like with the keyboard? Because I mean, I'm really liking this form factor too. I'm really digging it. All right, F1. Let's press enter again. And now let's do the load file. All right, I'm going to do the Commodore C to bring up my command prompt. I guess Commodore C, command prompt, that makes sense. LF to load a file. And I have to know the name. Wow, I wonder if there's a way to show the contents of the file. I'm not too sure. There it goes, loaded up just fine. Beautiful. We are going to take a quick look at the spreadsheet software, but I'm telling you, that is pretty wild. I don't know what they're doing here at all. I was looking through the instructions, and it just seems to be a hot mess express when you look at that. Oh, that's right. I use the function keys to move cells over. See that? So to move left and right in the cells, I have to do that. To move up and down, I bet I could use these to move up. No, I can't. Oh, one did bring up a command prompt. Escape does not do that. Oh, no, they still work. I don't know if that command prompt was still there. But anyways, the built-in software probably was garbage. Probably was a hot mess express. I don't know. We're going to reset. But it is there. That was a really great idea for them to do, if you ask me. It's just a shame there was no backwards compatibility with the C64 on the programming. Okay, and there's test 1 from when we were within the built-in software and did a save file. So that's pretty cool. Looks like I can delete the file too. Let's see if I can do that. Ooh. Let's go back into the software and we'll do the Command C. And now we'll do delete file. All right, let's see how it likes that. Test 1. And then we'll restart. We'll go take a look at what's on the disk drive again. Well, and I guarantee you there's probably a way to do this within the software. I just did not see it very easily. All right, well, I'm going to continue playing with this. I just wanted y'all to see with me how this booted up and how it worked. And again, great purchase, VCF East. Everybody there is pretty awesome. They wrote tested and working. It is tested and working. I don't know what mods I can do. If you know anything about flipping this over to a C64 style, that would be great. I'm going to do a little research. Maybe we'll be back to the bench and see about keeping this form factor. I know that's, but if I could pull chips and put in new chips and not have to do any kind of chop on the board. I think that would be really, but then the ports aren't right in the back. I don't know. Maybe it's me dreaming because I really like this form factor over the bread bin. Maybe I just need to get a 64C and just, use it. But otherwise, thanks for coming along. Hopefully you had some fun seeing things work, and no repairs needed, no breakdown, didn't have to pull anything apart. So my monitor needs a little bit of love, so maybe we'll do that one day in the future. Thanks everyone for viewing. Have a great day.